So it didn't take very long, but Greg Jackson has put out an official response from Octopus about all of the concerns that everybody raised about the recent updates to Octopus Intelligent Go. In this video, I'm going to go over what he said, my thoughts on that, and I'd love to hear from you as to what you think, and if any of what he said has allayed any of your concerns. So as I said a moment ago, Greg Jackson has put out a video. I will put links to that both above and in the description below. It's about 8 minutes long. I think it is well worth watching it to understand not only why they made certain changes, the fact that they didn't understand all of the repercussions at the time, and what they're going to do to fix it. But I'm going to go through, and there's a couple of points in the video that I want to talk about and get your thoughts on. So the video was really an acknowledgement of issues. Octopus underestimated some of the issues quite badly, specifically around some of the hardware scenarios and the way that people are using Intelligent Octopus Go. And that some of the rule changes that they said they were putting in place would cause genuine problems for people. And Greg really did acknowledge those and said, we really didn't know all of the repercussions of what this change is going to do for people. And he took a moment to say, the communication from Octopus to its customers wasn't the best. So I think it's good that he acknowledged those. But really, there are a few major issues that he honed in on. And from seeing the comments in my last video on this topic, I think it's a big topic that a lot of you wanted answers to. So he specifically focused in on the charger throttling issues. Now, this is something that people with OMI or ohm chargers, I'm not quite sure how they pronounce that, but this was the charger that Octopus were recommending to Intelligent Octopus Go customers. Up until very recently, until they brought their own brand chargers to market, this was the go-to one. And I know a lot of you, based on the comments on that video, and just to put it into perspective, that video had over 1,000 comments on it. And I would say 1/3 of those comments were about throttling of charging. So it's obviously a huge issue. But what it seems is that it's not Octopus that's doing the throttling. It's actually the charger or the charger manufacturer that's instigating this. They have been in touch with them, and their plan is to put a fix in place for those chargers, which will stop the throttling issue. So if you do have an OMI or an ohm charger and you are seeing throttling, hopefully that will be fixed by the manufacturer through a firmware update, or maybe it's just something they need to change in the cloud, but that should be changed before the end of January. He also acknowledged that there were users with complex setup with solar and home battery setups, and that people would be discharging from their batteries. And he said more work needs to be done to come up with solutions from that. And because of the multitude of different setups that are out there, this might take some time. He also said that, we weren't very good at communicating about some of the user control improvements that they were planning to make. There were plans to make changes to both the app and the web UI, so that if you are needing to charge after a long journey, but you want to be able to cut the charge off at 6 hours, that those will be implemented before these changes happen at the end of January. And he made a comment about better support for max charge and one-off large charges, but didn't really elaborate on exactly what that meant. Now, the one thing he did say in this video was, and something I totally agree with, the vast majority of users will see no impact from these changes. It's only really heavy daily users and those people that are gaming the system. And I know a lot of you took issue with the phrase gaming the system. They said, well, if the system allows this, how is it gaming it? But we all know that it was being used not the way it was designed. So the vast majority of us will have no impact on. We shouldn't see any changes to what we do today. And he did want to address some of the conspiracy theories, the media and social media myths that are building, that somehow Octopus is throttling down the amount of energy that you can take to push you over that 6-hour limit. so that you have to pay premium rates. He was very clear about this. There is no conspiracy. They are not throttling the rates at all. The people that were seeing throttling, this was something that third-party chargers were doing, and they're addressing that with the charging manufacturers. So no conspiracy theory here. This isn't somehow that Octopus are trying to find some ways to make more money from everybody. This is just a way for them to be able to continue offering a very low-cost tariff and make sure that it's not costing them money to do that. So, closing thoughts on this, I just wanted to do a quick reaction to this video. Please do go watch that video. As I say, I will link it up above and I will link it in the description below. It is well worth watching that. And obviously, if you have questions, please do post them in the comments below. And again, I'd love to know, after you've watched Greg's video, are you any more comfortable with what's being planned? Do you think that it will cause you any further issues? Let me know in the comments of what you think. Anyway, that's it. Hopefully this was a really short video. I haven't waffled too much. I will be back real soon with another one. And if I'm lucky, I'll see you there. Take care. Bye-bye.